You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
So in England, May 31st, golf is back.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'll be going out there on my own, not touching any of the pins, flipping over all the benches.
Good.
My usual.
Yeah, we're
I don't want to do this podcast anymore.
Huh?
No, I'm just kidding. Wait a second. What?
Wait, you're quitting? This is 2 weeks in a row where you've decided you're going to quit.
I can't quit you.
You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hello, and welcome to The Swingdom. My name is Ben Ridner. I am still a 10.4 handicap because there's no golf to be played as of yet. I use Cobra clubs with a couple of Clevelands thrown in there. I'm here with my buddy Gunnar Kane. He is an 8 handicap, so he says. He plays Titleist clubs with a bit of Cobras thrown in there just for fun. Hey, Gunnar, how you doing today?
I'm great, Ben. How are you?
I'm doing good. There's a lot of news this week, a lot more news than I was anticipating.
There is a ton of news. And before we get to the news, let me ask you a question. Yes. When are you going to believe that I'm an 8 handicap?
That is a good question. That should be my would you rather. Would you rather be an 8 handicap that I don't believe, or would you rather be a 15 handicap that I do believe?
I'm not a 15 handicap. Whatever. We're not getting it.
We're not
good
getting
morning
it today. Good early afternoon to you, my friend. So lots of news today. We've got Koepka going on the Dan Patrick Show.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Capital One's The Match 2.
Yes.
They have an announcement date for that. That's the 24th. I want to get into that, but I want to get into that a bit later. Gary Player.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just talk about Gary Player for a second because it's funny. This is a good Gunnar. I think you have the quote, don't you?
Yeah, I do. So Gary Player on golf.com gets into this conversation about Jordan Spieth. And if you guys remember a couple weeks ago and bleeding into last week, that we were discussing Jordan Spieth's struggles on the golf course recently.
It's a real sort of like fall from grace.
Yeah, definitely. And which I think is the perfect way to put it. And I mean, he was so dominant and now he's not. Heck, this morning, your afternoon, but early this morning on the Golf Channel, they're replaying his made cut at 16. He was the 6th youngest player to make a cut on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
And, he was just this rising star. So Gary Player gets into this discussion about, okay, what is the problem with Jordan Spieth? And we've attributed it to course management and
overdoing the strength training a bit.
Yeah, and chasing the long ball, which I have a big problem with. I've said it a bunch about several different players.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that a bit more because we're going to talk about the Taylormade driving relief as well.
Yeah.
And I'm interested. Yeah, we'll talk about that later because I didn't realize quite how long these guys are.
Oh, they're so long. So, but Gary Player's kind of on our side, but he has a little bit of a different take on how to fix Jordan Spieth, so to speak. Mm-hmm. So he goes, this is a quote from the article: "Long hitting is the most overrated thing in golf. The thing that wins a golf tournament is the mind, and we haven't even begun to understand the mind. Yeah. There are a lot of things that are so hidden, so debatable. There are amazing things about golf. The swing takes 1 second, and there have been 3 million books written about it." So Gary Player talks to golf.com and says, if I had 5 minutes with Jordan Spieth, he'd be the number one player in the world because he gets his body into such weird positions with the golf club.
Yeah.
And he's continuing to try to get super long, but he's not fixing the actual problem, which is his swing.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Because we've talked about the course management issue with Jordan Spieth.
Yeah.
What's your take on this swing analysis from Gary Player?
So there's a few things. So I listened to this comes from him being on XM radio.
Mm-hmm.
And he did like a long, so I actually listened to the long interview on XM radio. Number one, I think he's right. I mean, what the basics are is that because he's going after distance, he's lost his balance.
Mm-hmm.
And because he's lost his balance, he doesn't have any faith in his shot right now, which I completely believe. That makes a perfect sense. Number two, we were discussing this with a couple of the TGN guys. I had a meeting with them a few days ago. And when Jordan Spieth was going through that sort of prime 2.5 years,
mm-hmm.
He was more accurate with the driver than almost everybody else.
Right.
He was in the top 10 with driving accuracy. He's lost that now. What really put him over the top was that he was making 20% of all of his putts from inside 20 feet, whereas most people make between 5 and 10%. So not only was he gaining strokes with accuracy, he was gaining strokes on the putting green. And that's what made him, at the time, people were saying he was at the age and he was doing the same thing that Tiger Woods is doing.
Yeah.
I think it is in the mind. I think Tiger Woods, and Gary Player says this in the XFM radio commentary as well, is that he never beat himself up off the tee because he knew that he can scramble and save from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So if Tiger's hitting 3 or 4 greens in regulation at no fairways, but he's still playing a round of -3, -4, which is totally possible for him. That's like,
right.
He still walks off the course being like, I didn't hit a single fairway. I hit 4 greens, but I scrambled better than everybody else out there. And because I do one thing better than everybody else out there, I still have a chance.
Yeah. And you remember, well, there's 2 distinct things about Jordan Spieth that I remember during this. And he was so dominant, like you said, for 2, 3, 4 years. His shot to stardom was for like the first 7 years he was on tour.
Yeah.
And what I remember most, especially that first win at, I don't believe it wasn't the Green. It was the John Deere Classic.
Yeah, it was the John Deere Classic. Yeah, when he holds it on 16.
He holds it out from the sand. That's scrambling. And then those 3 years, you would see Jordan Spieth putt, and you would see he'd have like a double breaker or a super sidewinder, and he would just walk up to the ball, and you were 95% sure that ball was going in, no matter what.
Yeah.
And it did. It went in.
Yeah.
He was so good with the.
And you're sitting there going, he's going to make this.
Yeah, he was so good with the putter.
Yeah.
And you did during the early part of the drop off,
mm-hmm.
he started just missing putts.
Yeah.
And it was hard to watch.
Yeah.
It was putts that you and I could make and feel comfortable getting behind. And
he was missing 3 to 5 footers.
Yeah, they were.
And
insane.
it was hard to watch. The third thing about this interview is that, and I hate saying this, but Gary Player sounded like my grandfather. It was a lot of the like, we used to play golf uphill both ways in 3 feet of snow, and we were still winning majors back in my time. And you're just like, Gramps, like we get it. You've been around the golf scene for so long. And you're part of the big 3. Like, we get it. We appreciate you. But to show up and tell somebody in this day and age that you can fix their entire game with an hours-long pep talk. Because he doesn't say anything about, like, fixing the swing. He doesn't say anything about helping him get back on balance. He basically says, if I can sit across the room from him in a chair-to-chair situation, I could explain to him that it's all between the ears. And I don't think there's nothing more dangerous than an analyst telling, because that's what Gary Player was a player, but at this point he's just an analyst.
Well, it's in his name. So.
Fine. You got me there. But what I'm saying is that he hasn't. I don't think he would be able to handle all the things that are on tour now, where you've got coaching trailers and you've got TrackMan and you've got 9 different cell phones shooting at 240 frames a second, and everybody's telling you to do something differently. And every coach is saying, well, if that coach doesn't work out, give me a call. I'm only $9,000 an hour instead of $10,000 an hour. Mm-hmm. Like, I only want 4% of your winnings instead of 20% of your winnings. Like, it made him sound older than I wanted him to be.
I got you. I'm okay with it. Only because, like you said, he is one of the big 3. He's a legend in the game. I'm okay with a legendary figure coming out and saying, I see something wrong. He's been around the game for so long that I think I'm cool with it. I'm cool with him coming out and saying, hey, look,
he
this
mentions
is an issue.
Ben Hogan in the interview, and he's like, Ben Hogan hit every fairway and hit every green. And, and he missed 30 major champions because, the thing that made him really sound like he was an old guy was he was like Sam Snead, the most winning, golfer on tour. And he went to war for 5 years. Imagine what would have happened if he didn't go to war. And then you've got Ben Hogan. Ben Hogan had to go to war for 5 years. And then he got hit by a car. So he missed 30 majors. Imagine if Ben Hogan had played in 30 more majors. And I'm just like, well, you got to play alongside Ben Hogan when Ben Hogan got the putting yips.
Yeah.
Would you ever sit Ben Hogan down and say, I could fix your putting yips in an hour? No.
He might have.
We used to play golf uphill, both ways, in the snow, rain, sun. You think those are alligators? You see the alligators in South Africa trying to eat you while you're playing golf.
And that, my friends, is a swinged 'em first, where Ben and I say the same thing 6 words straight.
Yeah, 6 words straight. Yeah. You're welcome. All right. So that's scary player. Yep. I want to get into this Fauci, Dr. Fauci. I can't just call him. Everybody just calls him Fauci, but he is Dr. Fauci. This is not political. We're not getting into
Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Yes. He's working with the current administration. He's doing a good job. He's made some comments on whether or not sports should come back. His major comments are basically how do you seclude the players from the rest of the world so that this virus doesn't infiltrate your sport. Yeah. So the nice thing is it's a lot easier to do this with the sport like golf than it would be football, where you've got 250, 300 people per team. You'd have to take over Vegas. You'd have to play every game in Vegas. And all the fans would have to drive in for the day and then drive home because there wouldn't be any place to stay. Right. I still find it incredulous that they would need 1 million tests. Yeah. But it says they would have to test players every day. They'd have to stay in segregated hotels. And then this is where I think and players would have to grab their own clubs. The caddies couldn't hand them clubs anymore.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit more about that later in the show.
Yeah, we'll go into Koepka in a second because it fits in. My question would be, even if you do it and you're coming back, is it June 10th?
Yes.
Yeah, coming back June 10th to Texas. How many players test positive before? How many players do you think are going to test positive for Corona as they show up?
10.
Like what? Like you've got 125 players. You think 10 of them are going to be diagnosed with Corona as they walk in the door because it will be the first time they've been able to be tested in 3 months?
Yeah, I don't think 10 is unreasonable.
No, I don't think so either. But that goes back to my next question, which is how many players get it before they shut it down?
Well, we talked about this last week. I'd say one. I'd say one player gets it, shut it back down.
So then what we're saying is that before it even starts, it's getting shut down because you've got 10 guys walking into the hotel with it.
Well, I think what they're going to have to do is test them before they even come. Like they're like, all right, so it's Sunday.
Yeah.
let's get you tested. We'll check it, and then we'll test you again when you get here. Yeah.
All right. So one player on the course gets it, and they shut it down again. Next bit of news. Brooks Koepka goes on the Dan Patrick Show for all of 7 minutes and manages to talk about Michelob Ultra.
Yeah. Brooks Koepka goes on the Dan Patrick Show for 7 minutes and looks worse than he already has. Although I will say he's lost the mustache, so he must have listened to our podcast and really taken what I said to heart.
Yeah, I would be psyched to see the Vanilla Ice lightning bolt in the side of his head like Dan Patrick suggests. That would probably be the best thing that came out of that interview.
Yeah, so the Michelob Ultra, though, which I think is funny because Dan Patrick, says, "Oh, I've heard that you took time off of drinking alcohol," and he goes, "Yeah, I went 30 days. It was a little tempting, but I didn't last 31, and the 31st day that really hurt." And Dan Patrick says, "What's your drink of choice?" And he says, "Michelob Ultra." Like, did he get smashed off of Michelob Ultras?
No, he's sponsored by Michelob Ultra.
It's crazy, but it sounds like he says
he's got a commercial.
But it sounds
Michelob Ultra.
Yeah, but it sounds like he says, "Oh yeah, I got blitzed."
My favorite part is that he goes, "Yeah, I drink Michelob Ultra," and nobody says anything for about 3 seconds, and then he goes, "Yeah, it's really not that bad. It's actually pretty good beer.
It's delicious." Yeah, what?
It's like, oh, okay. I mean, but this is coming from a guy who chews dip on the course.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind if you chew dip on the course. If my golf ball ever rolled into a patch of dip spit on the course,
furious.
I'd be so angry.
So mad. It's like those guys who spit sunflower seeds on the greens.
I don't spit it on the greens. I spit it everywhere else.
No, but I'm saying those guys that do spit it on the greens.
Yeah.
And then you've got to figure out how to clean up somebody's chewed sunflower seeds off the greens.
Well, that's not going to happen anymore. Somebody who's chewing dip or sunflower seeds on the course in this day and age is going to get yelled at by somebody.
That's right.
Because if you're infected, you're just spreading infection.
That's rough. Yeah, it wasn't a very good interview. And it was definitely, although I will say it was definitely a Brooks Koepka interview.
Yeah.
Where he doesn't say a whole lot and he's kind of reserved.
He calls some people out.
Yeah.
He talks again about how people without fans, it's not going to be as good. It's not going to be as much fun out there. He says there might not even be caddy. So if you got to carry your own bag, how much harder does that make the golf course?
Well, us amateurs know it's a little tiring to carry your own bag.
Yeah,
so
but then he calls out Bubba Watson.
I wouldn't.
He does. He says Bubba Watson wouldn't make it. He might make it, but he'd be whining a whole bunch. Okay. All right, Brooks. Ragging on Bubba Watson. I see how it is. He's got 2 green jackets. I know you've got 4 trophies. Maybe that's my would you rather.
Yeah. You can't sit there and whine.
Yeah.
And then call somebody a whiner.
Yeah.
You can't whine about there being no fans and then say Bubba Watson's going to whine the whole time because he's got to carry his own bag.
Yeah.
It's not a good look.
No. He goes on to talk about Augusta a little bit, which we're going to be talking about forever until it happens in November. But he's heard that the wind blows in a different direction in November and it's going to be cold, and even par is going to be a good score. You think even par is going to be a good score?
This is my chance. This is my chance to go win a green jacket.
I totally forgot about that. I think it'll probably be like -8, -10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, would you rather it be sweaty and hot, or would you rather it be a little chilly?
Actually, that's kind of what my would you rather is, but I would rather it be hot just
because the ball flies farther.
Well, it's just going to be prettier out there.
No, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's enough of Brooks.
Yeah, let's stop talking about old mustache Brooks.
Yep. Padraig Harrington accidentally announced his vice captain for the Ryder Cup.
There's been a lot of accidental announcements.
Luke Donald goes on Twitter or Instagram and says, I thought that was supposed to be a secret. And Padraig Harrington's like, well, congratulations.
Whoops.
Whoops. That's cool. I'm excited. I'm over here in England now, but the European Tour is doing simulated tournaments with Lee Westwood. Let me get this right. Lee Westwood, Martin Keimer, Bernd Weisberger, Joost Luiten, and Michael Lorenzo Vera. So it's just those 5 players. They're playing every week between Monday and Wednesday. They've got to get around on their TrackMan simulators from home. They're playing St. Andrews, Royal Portrush, Golf Club Munchin Eichenred, and the Real Club Valderrama, and they're finishing it up at Wentworth. Every week, the winner will get 10,000 euros to donate to their charity of choice, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, we should get some TrackMans and join in.
We should, yes. TrackMan, you want to sponsor us and send us some TrackMans? I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, we'll play.
The cool thing is, or the thing that I think is cool is that the gimme range is 8 feet, which is that's pretty comfortable. Well,
putting has to be hard on the track. I know it's hard on other simulators, but putting, but it's only fair.
And then, what was I going to say? Yeah. So the thing that I'm most interested in seeing is perfect conditions, perfect lie every time you hit the ball.
Yep.
How low are these guys going to go?
25 under.
That'd be amazing. If they went EA Sports, Tiger Woods, or 2K21 Golf, 24 under.
Yeah, speaking of that got accidentally announced. I'm pretty excited about that.
Was that so TK21 Golf? Is that was accidentally announced?
Yeah, from what I understand, it was accidentally announced on the German 2K website.
Oh, nice.
Or like its social media site, one of them. It accidentally got put on. Yeah. And they were like, oh yeah, we're coming out with it. It was just so random.
So does that mean the golf club's not going to have the PGA approval anymore? It's just going to be 2K?
Well, shout out TK. No, this, what looks different about this one, I think it's the same designers. Because 2K did the PGA Tour 2019, and we're getting a little like video game nerdy here, but they did this. They did the same. 2K was part of it, but now it looks like the PGA has given full approval. So in the old game, you only had like some club manufacturers. You couldn't play in real tournaments. Now, even in the commercial, it's the Players' Championship, and that wasn't on the last game.
You know, the only problem I have with this commercial is that nobody's putting it on a 2.5-inch tee to hit it 145 yards at 17 at TPC Sawgrass.
It's okay. It's just a game. It's just a game, Ben.
Realism is important. Realism is important.
I think it's going to look good.
What if somebody who's never played golf other than on the video games goes out to TPC Sawgrass and they're like, oh, well, this is how they tee it up in my video game.
If they've confused real golf with video game golf, it's not the video game's problem.
Okay. Well, I guess what it really does is it doesn't give me a whole lot of confidence that the guys who made the game have ever played golf. Like, sure, this feels like real golf. Yeah, drive it 320 yards in the air, roll out to 450 yards downhill.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It'll be fun.
All right, and then this is my favorite story of the week. Brady Schnell talking smack to Vijay Singh.
I mean, this is fantastic.
I haven't seen how, like, Vijay Singh is a big dude. I don't know.
Have you seen his workout videos?
Yeah.
Oh, he is a big dude.
Russian twists. He's big on the Russian twists.
Mm-hmm.
So Brady Schnell, I don't know if Brady Schnell's a big guy, but he better hope he is. So Vijay Singh has a lifetime exemption on the PGA Tour. So he's eligible for most events. He's also plays on the Champions Tour because he's over 50.
Mm-hmm.
But the Corn Ferry events, the first Corn Ferry event back is happening at his home course at TPC Sawgrass. We're just talking about 2K21 golf there. And and Vijay Singh has entered into the Corn Ferry events. He doesn't need to. He's not getting any points. The money doesn't mean anything to him. Does he have 2 green jackets as well?
I think so.
Yeah. Like, the money doesn't mean anything to him. So Brady Schnell, who's been in and out of the Corn Ferry Tour and the PGA over the last couple of years, is pissed off. Can I say pissed off? Is angry. Yeah. He's real angry because you're taking points away. You're taking a spot away from a guy who is trying to achieve their dream.
Yeah.
You know, this 50-year-old guy is taking away a chance for some 20-some-odd-year-old to come out, play golf. If he wins a tournament, it gives him a great chance of being in the top 25.
Mm-hmm.
He'll win, I think they win tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, something around there.
So, I mean, it would change their year. I don't know if it would change their life.
But their year for sure.
It would certainly change their year. And, and Brady Schnell calls Vijay Singh a piece of trash.
Selfish.
And a turd.
Look, here, I got their program height and weight here. So Brady Schnell at 35 years old is 5'9", 175.
Okay.
Vijay Singh is 6'2", 208.
Nope. Sorry, Brady.
Yeah. Look, I get that Vijay Singh is 57, but he will kill you.
He will, yeah. I have a feeling he will kill you as well. I hope they meet on the driving range. I hope we're watching it and they're doing live from the range on Golf Channel. And Vijay Singh just walks up and goes like, "Who's a turd now?" And just
clocks him.
Yeah, or Brady Schnell runs away.
Or he pulls out his putter.
Yeah, no, I hope it's like a Joe LaCava moment.
Oh yeah,
he's like Joe LaCava. He's basically, I learned this from Joe LaCava. But if you step up to me, I will knock you out right now.
That's right.
That would be full circle.
Vijay Singh brings Joe to the tournament as a one-day caddy.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Just to step up.
Yeah,
to step up to Schnell.
All right, I think that's it for the news.
Well, we do have an announcement for all our listeners. Hot mic. That was pretty cool. We did that yesterday.
Yeah. We're going to continue to do it. We're just waiting on new tournaments.
Yeah. So Hot Mic is this app that you download on your phone. You use our invite code GOLF to let them know that we sent you there.
Yeah.
And you go on there, you sync it up with your TV, and you basically have a watch party with announcers from everything from golf to basketball, football, movies, documentaries, anything. You go on there.
Podcast. I think we're going to start trying to podcast from there as well.
Yeah, maybe. So you can see us doing a live podcast while we do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, download the Hot Mic app, invite code GOLF, sign up, let them know we sent you. Use the code. Yeah, and check it out. So we're
just be like, oh, what sport am I going to watch? Golf. Yeah, that's the code.
That's it. That's the one. You're here to listen about golf.
GOLF.
Golf. Use the code. It's free app. It's super awesome. We had a lot of fun doing it. We're definitely going to keep going with it.
Yep. And we're talking with the creators over at Hot Mic, so we're going to try to get a lot more content out there. We're going to do a lot of classic stuff. We're going to do the new stuff. We're definitely going to be there for the Taylormade's Drive for Charity or Driving Relief. And we're also going to be there for the Capital One's The Match.
That's right. So we'll probably do Ben and I haven't really talked about this, but there's a chance we might just do the podcast while we do that. So that could be something fun. So download the app, golf. Get it done.
Download the app. Yeah, get it done. Thank you, guys. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, what's going on, Gunnar?
Hey, do you like working out?
Of course I do. How do you think I keep my golf game in check?
Well, we have become ambassadors for FNX Fitness, and it's this awesome website where you can get super high-end protein, recovery supplements, just energy supplements, vitamins. It's really cool. So FNX is committed to creating innovative supplements of the highest quality that provide focus for a productive morning, energy to thrive all day, performance supplements to reach new goals, unique sleep and recovery formulas to support any sport, even golf, and healthy supplements to support an active lifestyle. So go to fnxfit.com. That's fnxfit.com and use the promo code GOLF. That's GOLF for 15% off your entire order, plus all orders over $99 ship for free. So visit fnxfit.com today.
Hey, Gunnar, is that where you got your new hat from?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw they also have some awesome looking apparel.
Oh, they've got everything on there super dope.
All right, check it out, guys. Again, the promo code is golf.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
All right, and welcome back to the Swingdom. Thank you, Gunnar, for that fantastic read.
Mm-hmm.
It was real good. So this is nice. We actually get to talk about golf now. Not that we haven't been talking about golf before, but we've got two actual golf tournaments to talk about. We've got Capital One's The Match 2.
Yep.
Tiger Woods, Phil, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning. They're going to be playing on May 24th, so we officially have a date for them. They're playing at Medalist Golf Club in Jupiter, Florida.
Yep.
The only thing I really have to say about it is, did you see their 22-minute trash talking video?
Can I tell you that, and this is kind of why I really was hoping that Peyton Manning and Phil Mickelson would be together in this match. They're the same person. They're the best. Their trash talking was incredible. And
it would be like fun trash talking versus like angry like poop stares.
Like, and then all you would have to do is like call Michael Jordan to walk with Tiger Woods and Tom Brady to help them trash talk, because they just sat
Charles Barkley. I need Charles Barkley to like be the swing coaches.
They just sat back and took it the whole time. And it was fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, when Peyton's like we had to ask Tom's parole officer if he was allowed out of Tampa because of his breaking and entering, because he accidentally walked into the next door neighbor's house of the quarterback coach down in Tampa Bay. That was brilliant.
Peyton Manning said, "Oh man, I wish," and I'm paraphrasing here a little bit, but he said, "I was hoping we played in a place where Tom Brady was most hated, like Indianapolis or Denver or even in Boston, because he betrayed them." And I just
broke all their hearts.
Yeah. And Tom Brady just sat there and took it.
Yep. Ugh. It was amazing. Yeah. Tiger Woods pulled out the actual green jacket. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, because in response to Phil showing off the trophy from the original match.
Are you kidding me? It wasn't like it was Phil's entire trophy room.
Yeah.
It was Phil's trophy room. Eisen even mentions it. He's like, why? Like, you took a lot of time to set up. I think Tom Brady looks like he's in his bedroom. Peyton Manning looks like he's in his office. And Tiger Woods is in his padded practice room.
Yeah.
I don't understand. That's like the third time he's been in that padded practice room. I don't know if it's for soundproofing or just he just gets real angry and literally bounces off the walls. Like, no idea.
Yeah, Phil did it up. I appreciate it. I like Phil's style.
He was like, see this picture? This is a picture of Tiger Woods putting a green jacket on me. And you know what? It fit perfectly.
You just set it up to show how much stuff taken away from Tiger Woods.
But if I was like, I'm not going to go too far off topic here, but over the last 2 decades, he's probably the number 2 golfer.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, right?
And he would have been Tiger Woods had Tiger Woods never come along. He was primed for that position.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure Sergio Garcia feels the same way. I'm sure there's a bunch of Davis Love III, I'm sure feels the same way.
Yeah.
But I think the reason Phil is so successful is because he's so, I don't want to use the word humble, but he's so understanding that Tiger, if it wasn't for Tiger, golf wouldn't be as much of in the spotlight. They wouldn't be doing this tournament for relief. Right. They wouldn't be doing this tournament for charity. They'd just be sort of a bunch of just regular old golfers wearing their weird visors and waiting for golf to get back.
No, Phil Mickelson definitely has accepted his role in the golf universe as it relates to Tiger Woods.
Which is just the coolest thing.
And he plays the role so well.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. I can't wait for this.
All right. And then the big news is Taylormade's Driving Relief.
Yep.
They're playing for $3 million. For charity. They're playing at Seminole. It's going to be a skins match, which I guess we'll get into later.
Look, this is not something I'm going to be angry about because it's 4 dudes for $3 million and not 74 guys for 20 grand. This is the way you do it.
There's no caddies.
No cat. Yeah, they got to carry all their own bags.
They've all got Sunday bags. They're all carrying. They're all going to be playing golf like you and me. It's going to be hilarious. I think Rory and DJ have the clear advantage.
Yeah, so it's Rory McIlroy and Dustin Johnson versus Matthew Wolff and Rickie Fowler.
Yeah. So you've got 2 world number 1s, and then you've got 2 OSU alumni.
I'm glad we're on different positions on this too, because I am definitely in the Wolff Fowler camp.
Why? Because I'm heavy into the Rory and DJ camp.
I haven't really ever seen signs that Rory and DJ could be a successful team because they don't really live up to the hype in team competitions.
Yeah.
Where Rickie Fowler has always been successful. Even if he lost, he's always been primed to win up until the end. And Matthew Wolff is fresh off of college golf where they only play team competitions. And if they don't play team competitions, you're looking for an individual award. They're still playing with their team and feeding off of their teammate, where in professional golf, even if you're paired up in a threesome or a twosome, you're always against the guy you're playing with. And in college, you're always rooting for one of the other people you're playing in the group with. So I think they're ready. I think they're put in a spot where they're going to play their best golf and really show that, the younger guys and the ones who haven't had the great success like Dustin Johnson or Rory McIlroy have had, that they can beat.
Rory has had great success in team events.
No, I'm not saying he hasn't had any success. I'm saying he hasn't lived up to the potential. He's won a ton of team stuff.
Yeah.
He just hasn't played the Rory McIlroy golf that everybody's used to seeing when he's put in a team.
All right. I don't normally do this. I'm normally the eye test guy.
Yeah.
But I'm doing this by the numbers. Okay?
I knew it. I knew you were going to flip script on me. I was prepared for this. Because I'm eye testing it right now.
Rory and DJ, they both are or have been number 1 in the world. Ricky and The Wolfe are both Oklahoma State University Cowboy alums. All right.
Go Cowboys.
Rory and Rors and DJ, 49 professional wins.
Yes.
Ricky and The Wolfe, 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
It is. It's a bit. I'm not saying they're.
And what that means is Ricky has 9 and the Wolf has 1. All right. Rors and DJ, they have 5 majors.
5-0. I know.
Yep.
I get it.
Yep.
I get what you're saying on paper. I'm just saying
there's still more paper. Hold on, I'm not done with my paper yet.
Oh no, stop with
Rors and DJ, 115 million in winnings. Ricky and the Wolfe have 40 million in winnings. But these are the numbers I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Rors, number 2 in driving distance with 320 average yards.
Mm-hmm.
The Wolf, second place of these 4, number 21 with 310. DJ, 28th with 308 yards. And this personally hurt my feelings as an aspiring professional golfer. Okay?
Yeah.
Rickie Fowler is tied for 150th.
Yeah.
And his average distance is 293.
So what hurts your feelings about this?
To be in the top 100 in driving, you have to be driving at 300 yards.
Yeah. They hit long.
that hurts.
Well, and not to mention,
I mean, if you go onto our Instagram, you'll see me driving at 303 yards.
On a simulator.
With no wind.
And screaming at me.
Yeah, you're welcome, Gunnar. See, that's when it's appropriate to hit a golf ball off the 3-inch tee, not at 17 at Sawgrass at the Island Green.
Look, I'm ready. Rickie Fowler.
So what does the eye test tell you?
The eye test, I gave you the eye test. The eye test is Rickie Fowler and Matthew Wolff are primed to win this competition because they're out of the 4 and being paired together, out of the 4, they're the best team competition players in the tournament.
I mean, then why is everybody else perceiving them as the underdogs?
Because of all that paper stuff you just spewed all over the place.
So if we had money on it, you put money on Ricky and the Wolf.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I say yeah. I put money on it. I'll bet you $10 right now.
No, I'm not betting. We don't bet real money here. All right, fine.
I'm not going to send you $10.
Oh, okay. I bet you a box of golf balls of your choice.
Fair.
That Rory and DJ, who are both number 1s, have 49 pro wins, 5 majors, $115 million in winnings, and is number 2 and number 28 in driving distance. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna put this out on a poll on Instagram. You guys go vote. Oh, speaking of.
I mean, can I be 100% honest?
Yes.
I want Ricky and the Wolf to win.
It'd be so nice.
I just. It's not that I don't like Rory or DJ. I just don't love. I don't love them.
Do you think they wear Sunday orange?
Oh my God! If they wore Sunday orange, if they pulled out their college bags, played in orange, yeah, 1,000% I'm rooting for them. I mean, number one, I think that would psych out. Nothing would psych out Rory and Dustin more than feel like, because that, they're teammates. I think they missed each other by a few years.
Yeah, it just had to have been a couple of years, because I remember when Ricky was doing that special on OSU.
Yeah.
That Wolff was on the team.
Well, Wolff was playing there. He was playing at OSU less than a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say Ricky got on the tour in 2009 or 10.
I don't know.
So I think there's probably 8 years different, but that's 4 years. 4 years that Matthew Wolff wasn't in school. But yeah, no, I mean, yes, we should. Hey, Ricky. Hey, Matthew Wolff. OSU bags with your names on it. Make sure yours says NCAA championship, Matt. Make sure it says that on there. And go out in full-blown Sunday orange Puma Adidas kits.
That's right. Yeah, Rickie Fowler was the 2010 PGA Rookie of the Year.
Okay. So I was on that. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I said 2009 or 2010, so I'm going to give myself credit for that one.
That's right. There you go.
All right.
You can have it.
I think over the next week I'm going to look up the course at Seminole a bit more. It's in Jupiter, so it's like it's they all live in Jupiter. Like the thing is, like Rory, like my argument, if I was in your position, would have been like Rory and DJ, like go out there with all the numbers, their favorites, but like what chemistry do they have?
Well, that's kind of what I was getting at with the team golf stuff.
Yeah. I would have been like, I'm sure Ricky and they've known each other for a few years now, and like not only that, like they like. That school is a breeding ground for competitive, like one-on-one golf situation.
Oh, it really is. And I hope Gavin gets an offer from there so bad. I think he would have such a good time. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for me, my question usually is always like, would you rather, like, not this, but like, it's not my would you rather, but it's who would you rather, like, who would you rather not play against for a money match, Rory, DJ, or Ricky?
Ricky.
Yeah. I think Ricky he's just got that mindset where he takes everything personally. I think Rory and DJ are just going to be like, we have enough money, and this is for charity, so who cares?
No, I heard Rickie Fowler was a nasty money player.
Yeah,
well, when we met him,
I've heard that from Phil Mickelson.
When we met, when Gavin got to walk with him,
yeah,
he was playing against Colton Oast, Jimmy Walker, and who was the other guy? Was it Justin Thomas? Was that Justin Thomas's? I think it was Justin Thomas. I'll have to look it up. It doesn't matter. But they were playing a money game, and Ricky was definitely winning, and he was letting them all know. It was it was good.
Yeah.
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 I got a phone call from Jupiter, Florida once.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was the tour calling me up.
Well, you are an ambassador.
Yeah, it was the wrong number.
Oh, okay.
It was a bummer.
I look at property there occasionally.
It did say Jupiter, Florida, and I was like, "This is
Tiger?
It. Our lives are changing."
Is Tiger calling me right now? I shot 66. They must have heard.
They knew it. They knew. They were like,
Gavin, who did you tell? All right. We're going to be talking a lot about this driving relief over the next few weeks. So until then, we're gonna do another read. We're gonna give you guys a little bit of a break. And we'll catch up with you guys. Would you rather and what we've been doing in golf. So thanks for listening. This is the Swingdom.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
If you like the Swingdom and consider yourself to be a bit of a history buff, please check out History Through a House, where myself, my wife Isadora, and my cousin Adam talk about English history through the eyes of a 1,000-year-old house. Last week, we've talked about the Romans, and guess what? This week, we'll be talking about the Romans in England. We're going to have a lot of fun talking about it. And if you feel like joining us, you're more than welcome to. It is History Through a House, and you can find it on any podcasting platform.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hello, and welcome back to the Swingdom. Check out History Through a House if you guys feel like it. It's a good podcast. We have a lot of fun doing it. We are now getting into Would You Rathers. It's that time of the show. Would you rather, would you rather, would you rather, golf time.
That slapped. We should get, if anybody out there makes jingles, help us out. We like that one.
Should we get a would you rather jingle?
Yeah, please.
I'll edit that out. Did you not like that jingle?
No, I really did. I was kind of bopping to it.
Oh, okay. So I'll leave that. I won't edit that one out then. I'll leave that one in for now. But we will, we'll get a would you rather jingle. So
I want it like that, but with music.
We haven't gotten any emails yet from any of our adoring fans out there, such as yourselves.
Yeah.
So
what's up with that? And we've seen that you've left us reviews. Remember, we still have a mystery box to give away, and you've left us the reviews, but you're not emailing us to let us know that you got the reviews. So just send us a instant message on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, or email us at theswingdomofgolf@gmail.com.
Yeah, because at this point right now, me and Gunnar are just going to flip a coin to see who gets the mystery box. It's either going to be me or him.
Yeah, we're going to keep the mystery box, and you're going to like the mystery box. So we know what's in it now. Just send us the email. And
it's not going to be a small box. It will be a decent sized box.
Unless you can fit everything in the small box. It doesn't matter. It's a good box. So
I couldn't pull any of this from the Gmail. So I pulled this from Facebook. There's a gentleman on there called Harry Jenkins. And he says, question, when will the podcast cover the conspiracy of the most underrated swing in golf, the Happy Gilmore? Number one, the Happy Gilmore is almost impossible to pull off. So that's the part of the conspiracy really is that if you can pull it off, you are definitely a skilled golfer because it is hard to pull off.
For sure.
But what that did is that inspired my Would You Rather.
Real quick on the Happy Gilmore, there are two camps of people who attempt the Happy Gilmore. There's the
drunks.
No.
And blackout drunks.
No, there's the pros who always do that every year. I can't remember which tournament it is, but they always try the Happy Gilmore. Okay. Some of them are mildly successful. Or those people on the third deck of Top Golf who are drunk enough to say, I'm going to try this and fall into the netting.
Do people fall into the netting at Top Golf?
All the time.
I've never seen anybody fall into the netting at Top Golf. Top Golf's fun, but it's too rich for my blood. It's too rich for my blood.
We are the 99%.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather have Happy Gilmore swing and win a major, or Matthew Wolff's swing and win the NCAA champs and the U.S. Amateur?
Oh, man. Well,
I probably should have just left it at like, would you rather have Happy Gilmore swing or Matthew Wolff's?
That's too easy.
And win. But you win with either one.
So I'm gonna answer this a little.
Then let's just say it's the PGA Championship.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer this a little.
It's the least important of the four.
So I'm gonna.
That's not true. I was just kidding. I'll edit. I won't edit that out. But which would you say is which is the least important of the majors?
Every time I go to answer, you add stuff to this. Stop.
All right. I'm sorry.
The U.S. Amateur and the NCAA championships, while they're not as important, I guess, in the world of golf as a major championship, I would still like to win the NCAAs and the amateur, because I think it means more to the player, especially a young player. Mm-hmm. I think it means more to the player than
and so rarely does it happen both in the same year.
Right. Plus you get that whole college experience in, and which, I didn't have that. You didn't have that playing golf in college, and that camaraderie and that whole team feel that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And I really don't think anything's wrong with Matthew Wolff's swing. It's different, but so Jim Furyk's. So
no. So, Jim Furyk comes off plane and then finds his plane on the way down. So does Ricky. Justin Thomas does it a little bit. To say Matthew Wolff's swing is a little bit different. I don't know. I don't know what that's like. It's a lot different.
It's a lot different.
It's a lot different.
Look, it's different, but it works, and it works for him.
That's like saying Jack Nicklaus's swing is a little bit different because his right heel comes up.
I'll take it. I'll take that swing. And plus, I'm not big on chasing the distance, which is what you get with Happy Gilmore swing. So I'm taking Matthew Wolff's swing, winning the U.S. Amateur and winning the NCAA championships.
Who's the last guy to win both in the same year?
I really couldn't tell you.
Bryson DeChambeau.
Chasing distance.
Yep. Now he's chasing distance. I think Tiger Woods, I was watching something, there's this new thing called Tiger Tales out. It's 42 minutes of people telling stories about Tiger. And they start off by talking about nicknames. And I guess Tiger's new nickname for Bryson is Beefy.
Well, you can't take that away from Andrew Johnston.
Yeah.
Beef? Come on.
I know.
Tiger's the king of nicknames, from what I understand.
Apparently, he called him Rain Man first. I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult.
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
It's a little backhanded, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. I think so. All right. I'd probably have Happy Gilmore swing and win a major.
Yeah?
Yeah. I wouldn't mind the distance. I like the hockey stick putter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that. I think I'd much rather have a major than the NC. I don't really the college experience seems interesting from the outside, but I think once I was in there, I'd be ready for the next level.
Right.
Whereas I think just having Happy Gilmore's swing, it would be the only thing people would talk about. So to have that and to win a major, you'd be indoctrinated into the Hall of Fame just so they can have videos of your swing.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right. You're up. What's your would you rather?
All right. So mine's kind of on that same track, but it's a little bit more technical. Because I know you love it so much. So I want you to put yourself in the position of a tour player. Okay. With your game, you're a tour player.
I'm a tour player?
Yeah, you're a tour player.
Okay.
This is going to be personal for you. You're a tour player and you are looking to win you're just looking to win a pro golf tournament. Okay.
Okay.
So taking how you play best, would you rather play I don't want you to pick from
I'm closing my eyes.
Courses. I don't want you to pick from the two courses. I want you to pick from
I'm on the driving range.
The conditions.
Okay.
Would you rather play Augusta in monsoon rain?
What's monsoon rain?
I mean, just
like an inch an hour?
Blinding rain.
Okay.
Yeah. Or Pebble Beach in 30-mile-an-hour winds.
Ooh. Off the ocean?
Yeah. I mean, just gnarly winds.
Because if it's off the ocean, it'll help me on 18, so I don't hook it into the ocean.
Well, that's one of 18 holes that you got to worry about.
It'll help me from slicing on number 8 as well.
Yeah, that's right.
That'll be hard though. I'll probably have to pull driver on number. Is it number 7? That par 3 into the wind that's downhill 30 feet.
You're gonna have to pull driver on every hole.
To pull driver. So it's not major conditions.
Well, I don't really think the course conditions matter in this kind of weather.
I have a chance. So this is Sunday. I'm in the last group.
You're in contention. You're in the last group. Augusta's dumping rain.
There's no threat of lightning, so we have to go out and play.
You have to play 18 holes. Where would you rather play? Is it
at Pebble Beach? Is the wind blowing the balls off the green?
Yes.
Ooh. Is it cold or is it just wet?
If it's monsoon rain, it's freezing cold.
Monsoons are that's like jungle rain. Sometimes that's warm.
It's not the jungle in Augusta. I'm just looking for the level of rain.
What's the temperature in both places?
See, you don't like me being technical with these, but you're really picking apart this.
I just want, is it 75 degrees in both places?
I'm not changing. I'm not answering any questions.
Because with a 30-mile-an-hour wind, that's going to bring it down to 45, 50 degrees. That's pretty cold. Whereas in monsoon rain, if it's 75, it could be a warm rain in Georgia. They get a lot of warm rain in Georgia.
Talk yourself through it. I'm fine with that.
That's what I'm trying to do. If it's 30-mile-an-hour winds, it's going to be, people are going to have a lot more trouble tee to green. If it's monsoon rain, it's going to be more difficult start to finish. Like putting is, you're going to want to chip on the greens until you're inside of 3 feet. But it's Augusta or it's Pebble Beach. I think I would get more. I'd say I'm going to go with Pebble Beach. I would get more enjoyment out of playing Pebble Beach in that conditions than I would get out of Augusta in those conditions. And then on top of that, I think I'd have a better chance of playing my best golf in wind versus just rain. I might need your sandpaper grips if it was that rainy.
All right, so you're going Pebble Beach?
I'm going Pebble Beach. Sorry that took so long, guys, but I really wanted to think it through. I'm going Pebble Beach on my way to win my first major. You're welcome for being, seeing into the future.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is good because I'm going Augusta, and it's not because it's Augusta National.
Which is what you normally do.
Which is what I normally do. It's actually so wind gets into my head so bad.
Really?
Yeah, not to mention I have seasonal allergies, so I can't imagine. how.
Well, if it's coming off the ocean, it's not like there's any tree pollen in the ocean.
Oh yeah, but there's tree pollen on the trees, and it gets caught in the wind, and it goes into my face. But I would much prefer to be able to just know where a ball's going to stop when I hit it, especially on the greens. So I would take the pour down rain and just hope and pray that I make those putts through the puddles. And I would rather play in the rain than in the wind, regardless of how much rain it is. So I'm glad that we're taking separate on this.
Yeah, I'd much rather play in a cool wind than just be soaked through after 10 minutes.
Right. Now, the drying the bag out afterwards, that's a huge pain. But I play pretty well in the rain.
For me, my biggest, how many clubs are slipping out of my hands in my follow through?
You got to wear the rain gloves.
The rain gloves, yeah. Then you don't know if you're holding a club.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I love them. I swear by them.
All right. What are you doing in golf this week?
So this week, since I can't grind down the clubs the way I want to, I have like a stash of old like hickory golf clubs.
Oh, cool.
Like woodhead golf clubs.
Yeah.
So they've just been sitting around, but I really like the look of them. So I've been working on actually restoring the heads on them, taking all the old lacquer off, sanding them up, polishing up some of them have those metal plates on the bottom. Sanding those down, polishing them, and making them look brand new. And I've done a couple now, and they look really cool.
Yeah.
Nice little like display pieces. So I've been working on that.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. I am right now just working on my short game. I've got my simulator. So I'm going through my bag. I'm working on everything basically between 30 and 100 yards so I can keep it crisp when I get back to the golf course in 3 weeks, which is going to be fun. I would say the big thing that I'm doing right now is I'm planning videos.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get our YouTube channel up and running. I'm going to do a couple of videos of me playing Tiger Woods, EA Sports Tiger Woods PGA 13 with my skills golf sticks that nobody's ever seen or heard of before, and my PlayStation moves. So that'll be ridiculous. And then I'm trying to come up with ideas. A neighbor of mine works at he works at like the recycling center.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets clubs for free. And then he comes back and he charges me 50 cents a club.
What a guy.
Yeah. So it's not the end of it's not like a bad thing. I'm not complaining about it. It's just beer money for him. Right. But I'm planning on when you get out here, and I think I'm going to get 2 or 3 other people as well. I think we're going to do a snake draft and 9 holes with tip golf clubs.
Nice.
And just see, just pick out some clubs, see who can go out and play them the best.
Yeah.
Yep, got some drivers from the late '80s. I've got some mashy niblicks from the 1930s.
Right.
So it's yeah. So right now I'm just trying to come up with. So if anybody has any ideas for video content they want to share with us, you guys can reach us at Instagram, Twitter, on the Swingdom. We're at Facebook /the Swingdom. And our email is theswingdomofgolf@gmail.com. Our website is up, theswingdompodcast.com. Reach out to us, and if you know us personally, text us.
Yeah.
Because we want to hear what you guys have to say. We're enjoying so much making this podcast and making all the content. Whatever you guys want to hear, we're willing to throw in just because we're having so much fun.
Yeah, this podcast and all the social media we've put up, which we've gotten such a great response. So we really appreciate everybody who gets on there.
Yeah.
This is for you guys. We're making this podcast and all the social media stuff to just share our love of golf with you. So we want you as interactive as possible.
Yeah.
And we rely on you for content like Happy Gilmore swings. So reach out to us.
We're gonna put a couple of polls out this week. It's gonna be Ricky and The Wolfe versus Rory and DJ. Who do you think's gonna win?
That's right.
What do you think? What do you think the loser of that bet should it be a box of golf balls? Should you have to go golfing in the most ridiculous outfit we can think of? That's not unheard of either. And then, we've still got the mystery box. So leave us reviews.
Yeah. Rate us, review us on iTunes, and then send us an email or a message or a text message if you know us and you're leaving us a review. And let us know what your username is on the iTunes review so we know who to get in contact with.
All right, cool. Thank you guys for listening to the Swingdom. We'll catch up with you guys next week. And remember, you can find us on any platform. Instagram, Twitter, The Swingdom, Facebook, The Swingdom, Gmail at theswingdomofgolf.com. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Thank you.
You've been listening to The Swingdom. Remember, we're just two guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given.